Well, hello. This is Brian from Logic Pro Hacks or FadedShadows.com. How's it going? Well, today is Friday night or Friday evening. Very nice night. Having a good cold one. And I'm working on an older project that I released a while ago. And it's called Call to War. And what it is a symphonic EDM orchestral rock type of project. You know, I've always been a big fan of these groups like Nightwish, Evanescence, and I love the whole background elements of classical, and then you mixed with some good old rock or metal. It just fits. It seems like it fits very well. This is my attempt to kind of go along with that, and I'm releasing this as a template. What I'll do first is I'll just kind of play each element and start with the basic parts and then go into more detail on how this was built. Everything here is all Logic. There was nothing that was done that was third party. For the instruments, I'm using an EXS-24 for pretty much everything except for the drum and bass, which is an ES2. Drums are Ultra Beat. All right, so I'm just going to start off with the basic part, and I'm going to start off with the sub. The sub is this. I'll go ahead and I'll just play it first. Go ahead and just enable these two. So basically what it is it's just a sine wave kick, kind of like in the 808 style, 909 style, whatever. And it's just kind of like a monotone, just sine, and it's very simple setting. It's pitched a little bit, and that's it for the sine. And it's kind of like the underlying layer for the thing. And then we have the double bass using the EXS-24. And it's just a setting that you can find by going into your factory, and then you just go into orchestral strings, and you should find it in there in your string section. I will include the actual EXS settings because I did tweak them. I probably put on the fat and maybe messed with the release and the drive. So here's the double bass sound by itself. Yeah. And what I am doing here is compressor's not on for some reason. I should turn that on, but I don't know. Maybe I need it, maybe I don't. So I'm going out to, I'm doing a split shifter kind of thing. So it's kind of like going bust out to this thing called harm left, harm right. So it's a harmonic split shifter deal. So what it is you just take two pitch shifters and change the settings in here. 9.7 for your left, and then this one's really small for some reason. And then a 14.40, 14.0. Pan it hard right and left, and it just kind of gives it a very wide elemental feel to it. Plus it does a little bit of a voicing effect. So if we go ahead and unmute that, and then we go over here and just solo this out, you should hear it. Yeah, it's such a nice. The other elements are coming in too, so you're hearing that too. So I also have a modulation delay on the group, so it's just really going to be a nice setting. So that's what's going on there. Bus 5 goes to the amp. Just created, I believe this is just the default amp, but tweaked some of the settings in here, added some more presence, a little bit more bass, took the mids down, and I just wanted to give it some grittiness. And it's kind of like it's the driving bass of the song. So that's what I'm doing there. I could probably put the compressor back on and see if that sounds like now. Yeah, so it's kind of like oh yeah, that's going to work really well. Now, check this out. Double bass, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this compressor and then I'm going to put in the signal from the bass subkick. So let's go ahead and send this out to a bus 31. Jack it up, hit your Alt key to center it or put it to full. And then, so that way we have signal coming out to bus 31. Now we'll go over here to bus 31, change that to no output. And then on our double bass compressor, which I have open right now, we'll just go ahead and sidechain input 31. So now when the bass hits, it should duck that compressor in. And it should be like that. Oh, it's not working. Oh yeah, because it didn't turn on yet. So the automation turned on. Yeah, there we go. So if we go over here, we play it from here because we want the signal. There it goes. Look at that. And then what we can do is we can, let me turn off for a second. What we could do is we can increase the just a little bit of the attack, but give it a really long release, something like that, so that way it just kind of really holds. Maybe just up the knee a little bit. We don't really have to mess with the knee. I really don't think it's really going to matter that much. And then turn down the threshold a little bit. We could take the, yeah, we could leave it like that. Now let's move this out of the way and see what happens. I really have to say, I really like the new compressor from Logic X 10.1. If you really have a chance to get it, it's really nice. This graph setting really, I like it because you can see if it's actually compressing or not, and I find it a benefit. I really like it. Just the whole new GUI interface. It's just nice, and then they also included this new thing here called distortion. I don't really like the hard distortion because I don't really feel like it just really does that much, but I really like the soft distortion. It just really has some nice harmonics to it that just adds to it. It's just really nice. They did a good job on the compressor. So now we got the compressor ducking the. So what I just did there is I created room for the sub to come in over the other bass, so that way both basses aren't fighting each other. I'm a type of person, I like lots of bass in my song. I mean, I really want to hear the bass, and I tend to just add more than I should, but also at the same time, I try to limit that, and this is my attempt in limiting that. All right. Yes. Yeah. I'll put 3 kicks in just because I think it'll be better. No, why not? We'll just layer in 4 kicks at the same time because I know that it will kill those speakers, but I don't care. All right. Yes. Now that was the sub and the double bass. And now let's go to the cellos, and it starts right here. Sounds really nice. Again, using the EXS, putting a staccato. Again, it's just a default from the default library. It might be just the default setting. I can't remember. Anyways, all comes in here. And what I have a little bit of reverb. And the same again, split harmonizer effect going on. So if we go over here, yep, and this one over there, right there. So that's for the cellos. And let's go, what's this one right here? Got the violas. It starts out like that. Oh, that's nice. Got a ring shifter on the violas. Just adds to it a nice little effect. So yeah, I'm just doing a phasing vocal setting. Nice. And same deal again, split harmonizer. Because what I'm trying to do is I just love the effect where you can take the voicing and you could just off center it a little bit and just really widen it. And so that's what I like doing with this. And this is just my engineering, my processing specialty mix here. So I like playing with that. And then the next one we have is the violins. Yes, nice. It's going through a delay. I have it set out to bus 10, which is my auto filter bus. So if we hit the delay, go to have an auto filter bus, which is bus 10, and you can see all the what's going on here is we have all this going on. So what's going to happen is we have some automation going on for auto filter, reverb, delay, and as it keeps on going up and up and up and up, and then finally it hits the crescendo or whatever you want to call it, and finally when it ends, all the effects hit, and then it just stops, and then the drums take in. So that's kind of like what I'm doing there. It's kind of a really cool sound. And now let's do the violin staccato, and it's just a different voicing. So then going to bus 10. Nice. And then we did the cellos already, did the double bass, and we had the full strings. We got two different. I'm just going to play them both at the same time because they kind of. Here we'll start with the first one. And it's just nothing really special. It's just they go to bus 17, and bus 17 is, yeah, I got a lot going on in the processing. Bus 17 right here is Vox group, and just reverb on it. So I put everything to its own group. Do I have automation for 17? Vox group, yeah, there it is. And it looks like I'm just doing reverb for that group. Automating the reverb for all those. Because I didn't want all that reverb kicking in, but I wanted a bunch of reverb coming in here, and then what I do is I sidechain that reverb. It's going to sound really cool. So I'll play this for you once I'm done with everything. So we'll go ahead and just play this part. Nice. So got that going on, and then we have the drums. Now the drums is a kit that I have that I built and I put together in Ultrabeat, and it comes with this template, and it's a really nice kit. And let's go ahead, and it's in a track stack. So you select this, yeah, boom, and it kind of hides it like that. And we got two kicks, a snare, actually a bunch of snares, but I'm only using one. But the kit comes in here. I'll just open up the kit, show you. make this a little bit bigger. Let's do it to 125. And you can see I have 4 kicks. We have this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's why it's unsolo everything so you can hear it. There we go. This one. And then I got this one. I don't think I used that one in there. Got this big snare. Hold your ears. That's a big snare. I got that one. That one. And a little ride. A close hat with an echo for the automation. All these different hats going on. Toms. What I did is I tried to use almost everything. So you get that. Put that together for you. Let's just solo this part out. And the cool thing about track stacks is when you solo it, it's like soloing a group, and you could just solo everything out. And so let's just go ahead and just play this little part right here for you, and let you hear that by itself. Nice. All right. And so that is that. And this is my Call to War project. Symphonic EDM, metal, whatever you want to call it. I'm making my own genre here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You could call it maybe classical crossover. Without further ado, Call to War. Get ready. Here we go. All right. Thanks, guys. And remember, stay groovy, my friends. Stay groovy. All right. Bye.